Discover 19 powerful psychological techniques that truly deliver results. While there are numerous complex books on neuro-linguistic programming and psychology for professionals, there are also equally effective and straightforward methods that anyone can incorporate into their daily lives. Join us on the Mindset Talks by subscribing and hitting the notification bell to explore these 19 game-changing techniques. 1. It's best not to begin your request with phrases like, "Could you?" as it might lead the other person to think you're asking a hypothetical question. For instance, it's better to avoid asking if you could call the neighbors because a simple yes could imply that you theoretically could, but you didn't commit to it. Saying sure, it's polite, but it's better to ask if you want it to be done is a more considerate way to phrase your request. 2. If you're looking to make someone feel uneasy, try looking directly at the middle of their forehead during the conversation. Many people report feeling as though they're being watched, which is not a comfortable feeling. It's unclear why you'd want to do this to others, but it's good to be prepared for any situation where this might happen. 3. If the individual you're conversing with is avoiding responding to a question, simply pause in the dialogue while maintaining direct eye contact. This will likely make them feel uneasy, prompting them to continue speaking. There's a high chance they'll provide more information about the topic you're curious about, including potentially revealing the truth if they were originally lying, as they interpret your silence and gaze as indicative of your awareness of the actual truth. 4. Suppose you've commenced a new employment or educational position. If you desire a positive response from a colleague or classmate, inquire about a concept or idea and seek their explanation. It doesn't matter if you're well informed on the matter or not. This approach will likely enhance the other person's perception of you positively and might even give you additional kudos. 5. To increase the likelihood of receiving a positive response when asking a yes or no question, subtly nod as you pose your question. This tactic, commonly employed by waitstaff in restaurants to encourage customers to order more, has proven to be quite effective. 6. If a person is really focused on a task, let's say they are having a serious phone conversation, you can contact them and get what they are holding in their hands at a time when they don't even remember it. Later, the trick will work the other way. You can give them something while you are talking to them, and they will not even notice that it is very useful when you are cleaning or moving to a new house. 7. If you want someone to do something, feel free to say that you don't think he can even do it. Most people, when they doubt their abilities, try hard to prove someone wrong. You can also do something small or unusual. Ask questions before moving on to the main topic. That way, you will establish a connection with the person and they will probably not be inclined to reject you later. 8. As with asking a question first, you should get a positive answer. Nodding during a conversation is very interesting. It will make your interlocutor pay more attention to your words, and he will not even understand why you are nodding. This is a good negotiating technique. 9. If you like the overall offer but want something better, prepare to be a little disappointed. This technique works like magic when the price is high or the salary is low. 10. As soon as your alarm goes off, sit up, clench both fists, NGL. Yeah, like you're a footballer who just scored a goal. It sounds weird, but it really helps you easily get out of bed feeling refreshed. Try it for yourself and let us know in the comments if it worked for you. 11. If you are always worried about blocking the door or turning off iron, the sentence may differ every day. Just say an absurd sentence when doing this. Next, when you start to doubt what you have done, you remember what you have made this strange sentence, and it calms you. 12. An elderly person. Killing them kindly is to stop them in their footprints. Another technique is to maintain your calm and silence. It's not boring to start again to avoid controversy with friends and partners. Put yourself in your place and ignore it. At the moment of their objection, you are missing. 13. If you have that one lazy person on your team that slows the whole work process down, don't give them tasks by saying, "Do this." It's better to say, "Start with this." Psychologically, It'll seem like there's less work because, according to this phrase, they should start with something small after they've done the first task. Use the words "very good." Now continue with this until they end up finishing what you wanted them to do in the first place. 14. If you have to speak in public, don't forget to take a bottle of water with you. First of all, you'll need it since your nurse will make your mouth feel like the Sahara Desert. Plus, you can take a pause to sip some water in order to remember a part of your speech that slipped your mind. The audience will never know. And if you feel too anxious to speak in front of a large crowd, admit this fact to the audience right away. It lightens the mood, calms your nerves, and it makes your listeners feel more sympathetic since most of them can probably relate. 15. If someone looks at you on the subway, it happens too often. Just look at his shoes. Don't give up. Keep looking at him. It will drive him crazy. 16. If you look very worried every time you see someone, then from their friends and eventually, this person will also start to worry every time they see you. So do with this information what you will. 17. If someone did something wrong, but you do not want to sound too much, as you, for example, create your suggestions, instead of saying that you have not closed the window before leaving, you can say that the window is, they remain open all night from their mistakes, and you did not look like common sense. That indicates a finger. 18. If you would not have enough sleep at night, tell yourself that you did it. I know, it sounds like nonsense, but it works whether it works per 100%. If you say this with the meaning of scientists from the Colorado College, published a study in the Journal of Experimental Psychology in which they found that if you sincerely believed that you have a good rest, even if you do not work, your brain does not work better than 19. People remember best what happened at the beginning and end of the day, because everything that happened in between becomes a blur. This is a great advice during interviews. Agree on when your working hours will start or end, so that the employer can remember you among all the other candidates. For any other effective tricks that will help you become desirable, share your experience in the comments below.